In 1898, a 10-week war between two nations changed the balance of global power forever. A single mysterious explosion, the sinking of the USS Maine, and an American nation hungry for influence pushed the United States into its first major overseas conflict. This is the story of how the Spanish-American War began, and how it reshaped the modern world. For centuries, Spain controlled major colonies like Cuba, Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines. But by the late 1800s, Spain was weakening, its economy collapsing, and its control slipping. In Cuba, revolutionaries sought independence, and Spain responded with brutal force, placing civilians in deadly concentration camps. American newspapers sensationalized these events, fueling public anger and pushing the U.S. closer to intervention. The final spark came on February 15, 1898, when the battleship USS Maine exploded in Havana Harbor, killing 266 American sailors. Whether the explosion was caused by a mine, an accident, or sabotage remains debated even today, but at the time, U.S. newspapers blamed Spain instantly. The rallying cry, "Remember the Maine! To hell with Spain," echoed across the country, pushing the United States into war. When the war began, America found itself fighting Spain on two opposite sides of the world, in the Caribbean, Cuba and Puerto Rico, and in the Pacific, the Philippines and Guam. Spain's navy, once powerful, was outdated. The United States entered the war with modern steel warships and a strong industrial base. On May 1, 1898, Commodore George Dewey led the U.S. fleet into Manila Bay in the Philippines. In a single morning of battle, the American fleet destroyed Spain's entire Pacific squadron without losing a single ship. This shocking victory shattered Spain's position in Asia and proved that the U.S. Navy was quickly becoming one of the strongest in the world. Meanwhile, in the Caribbean, American troops landed in Cuba. Among the most famous units were the Rough Riders, led by Theodore Roosevelt, who would later become President of the United States. Their most iconic moment came during the Battle of San Juan Hill on July 1, 1898. Roosevelt's daring charge, heavily dramatized by American newspapers, transformed him into a national hero and boosted his political career. At sea, the U.S. Navy blockaded Santiago, trapping Spain's Caribbean fleet inside the harbor. On July 3, 1898, Spain attempted a desperate escape from the blockade at Santiago Bay. The result was a total naval disaster for Spain. Within hours, nearly all Spanish ships were destroyed or forced ashore. This defeat effectively ended Spain's ability to continue fighting. As the war collapsed around them, U.S. forces captured Puerto Rico with almost no resistance, and Guam surrendered without firing a shot. Spain's centuries-old empire was crumbling in every direction. The conflict formally ended with the Treaty of Paris, signed on December 10, 1898. Spain agreed to free Cuba, cede Puerto Rico and Guam to the United States, and sell the Philippines for $20 million. This treaty marked the end of Spain's global empire and the beginning of America's rise as a world power. The impact of the Spanish-American War was massive. For the first time, the United States controlled territories across both the Caribbean and the Pacific. This gave America strategic naval bases, new trade routes, and a global presence. Historians consider this war the birth of American imperialism, a turning point that set the stage for future conflicts, including America's involvement in the Pacific during World War II. Though it lasted only 10 weeks, the Spanish-American War fundamentally altered the global balance of power. From a mysterious explosion in Havana Harbor to a decisive shift in world politics, the Spanish-American War was more than a short conflict, it was the beginning of America's emergence as a superpower. If you want more deep-dive war history, subscribe to War Vault USA. Your next battle story awaits.